Hey guys, it is me again, and I am back with another video. I am sorry about not being able to post on Thursday. I got caught up in attending college and homework, and it just sucked up all my time, and I wasn't able to make a video for last Thursday, unfortunately. But I am here, and I am posting a video on Monday. So hopefully this makes up for the absence. Anyways, on to the video. Or at least talking about it. So the piece I am working on today is actually a commission for a coworker of mine that I worked with during the holiday season. They actually had to go back to, they actually came from another state, but then had to return to their original state after the holiday season was over. They were a great joy to work with. I had lots of fun working with them, especially for my first job, which was pretty nice. And so I had actually shown some of my work to them while we were during one of our slow times. And I guess they were so impressed that they wanted to commission me, and so they actually paid for my work before they left, and this is how I've come to working on this piece now. What they wanted was a really cool looking bear for their man cave, and so I was trying to rack my brains for the idea of a cool looking bear. I originally had the intention of doing a sort of picture of a bear from looking up at the bear in a sort of perspective shot, but then I scrapped that idea because I didn't really like how it was going or how the sketch had been turning out. And then I had a vision of just a really mangled looking bear, because usually that scars or any sign of wounds is seen as pretty cool. And then I thought of Mordu from Brave, and that just cemented in the idea to do this. And I also thought it would be pretty cool to incorporate a squirrel hiding in its guts, which is why there's that little detail in the bottom. So I got to work on the sketch for this commission as soon as I got an idea, and I just ran with it and I inked it in, and I didn't film any of the process until I got to the coloring stage, because I haven't filmed that part of my work yet. All it has been up to this point is either a little bit of sketching and then mostly inking in the lines. And so hopefully you guys will enjoy the process of me coloring in this piece. I wasn't able to fully film the entirety of coloring in this piece. I have not colored the complete picture yet, and I haven't completed that process at all. I plan on shooting more film footage of me working on the piece. It's just I had to interrupt recording because school. It's always school. But that is part of going to college and having to be responsible for yourself to some extent. Like, you've got support, but you're on the verge of adulthood, and when you are used to basically being a kid up until you graduated high school, it takes some getting used to, and it's quite stressful. That doesn't mean that there weren't some fun aspects of slowly learning how to adult. I mean, learning how to ride the bus, the public bus, was pretty fun. I don't think any of you have known, but I literally have never ridden the bus before in my life unless it was for school field trips, and like 1 or 2 periods where I decided to go to my friend's house after school and I took the bus with her. But aside from field trips and those 1 or 2 rare occasions of going to my friend's house on the bus, I have never ridden the bus. And so I was kind of afraid of, when I first was learning how to take the bus, of screwing it up and just being stranded in another town. Thankfully, I was not stranded in the middle of another city, and I was able to get to school, and I continuously use the bus now, and I like it. It's pretty nice having that little bit of independence when you don't have a license. Nor a car. If you hear that purring, that is my cat. She likes to snuggle. And I love her. Her name is Twinkle, and she is the light of my life. Just letting you guys know. I basically gotta proclaim my love for my cat to every person I meet. That includes my viewers. But anyways, a little off topic, maybe a lot of off topic. I kind of wanted to talk about the art community on YouTube particularly, because I've been following many art YouTubers for a while, and in general, I kind of like the community. I think it's pretty nice. I mean, it's not perfect, far from it. I mean, there's way too much fluff in terms of the topics that are usually spoken of in art videos, and fluff cannot sustain me. At least it can't sustain me, and I'm sure it can't sustain many others who watch these art YouTubers, but not all of us. Some people like simply chatting as if about the weather, just full of sweet nothings. But with a lot of art YouTubers, and this has been mentioned by many others, they tend to be pretty much a bundle of forced positivity, and I don't jive with that. I'm not fond of forcing positivity. I mean, it's not like I'm against positivity. I try to look on the bright side of things, because if you didn't try, that would be pretty sad, and all you would ever be is grumpy. But I also don't believe in forcing yourself to be positive on a daily, constant basis. Some days you really do need to allow yourself to be sad or upset or angry, and express it in a healthy, non-harmful way, preferably. Because that's just healthy. Expressing yourself and trying to be optimistic is nice, but sometimes you can't keep up that facade. What's the point of even pretending to be happy? It just takes away all meaning from the actual happiness you experience in your life. How are you supposed to actually appreciate the happier moments in your life when you're constantly pretending to be happy? Which is why it's so important to be sad and to be honest and real to the people that you meet. And I think that that also applies to public figures such as YouTubers, since YouTube is a form of the public, I guess. And I just look around, and it's not with every art YouTuber in this community, but I see so many of them just constantly putting on this facade of forced positivity, and it's a little saddening. Because that is not only unhealthy for them, but it also is unhealthy for the rest of us watching, especially those of us that want to become professional artists, whether it's professional commissioners or animators or making manga or comic books. It's not healthy to just continuously preach about, oh, you keep working at it, you just keep working at it and it'll come eventually. Like, no, I want to actually learn the specifics of the various industries. In particular for me, I want to learn how to make a comic. I want to learn how to properly script and write. I need to learn all the nitty-gritty stuff in order to truly understand the mediums that I wish to work in, the careers that I wish to pursue. And I think that would be helpful for so many others who have similar, if not the same, aspirations as I do. Which is why I think it is also very damaging to not be honest. I think it also would help to be more honest because it'll open up a healthier discussion on expressing yourself, particularly when it comes to mental health. I am very much for maintaining mental health, seeing as the current state of this country. And especially due to the fact that I've struggled very much with maintaining my own mental health on top of my physical health. And it can be quite tough if you're not able to be honest with the people around you. And even now, even recently, I've been trying to work on further being honest, even with my family, about the things going on with me. And there are a lot of things I hadn't realized before that probably weren't the healthiest things for me to do. That probably weren't the best for my mental health, and I think that my current situation can also be applicable to some of the people on this platform, to some of the bigger YouTubers. I don't know if they're ever going to see this, but I just want to put it out there because I believe it to be important. And I would really hate for people, especially these public figures that I care very deeply about, that I feel as if I've gotten to know like an old friend, a good acquaintance. I would really hate to see them hurting for not being able to be more honest with themselves, because there's nothing wrong with it. If they're hurting, they deserve to be able to tell everyone that they're hurting. I don't know, that's just how I feel. If any of that makes any sense. I just wish for people to be more honest. Anyways, that is all that I could record for today. I hope to see you guys again this Thursday. Hopefully school doesn't get in the way. And I hope you have a lovely day. See ya!